This routine is an outside step, to a pirouette, to a kick, to a cup grip pirouette, to another outside step, to an elbow pirouette, to a back hook, a log roll, a Russian stand-up, a front hook, another log roll, and then a slide down. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to assume that you know how to do all of the moves in the video and I'm just helping you put them together. Make sure you're strong in all of these moves before trying out this combo. So let's start with a nice strong outside step. Start on your tiptoes with your inside hand thumb up nice and high and you're going to pull. And you're going to step inside, outside, inside. Take your outside leg all the way around the pole in a nice big circle before stepping it down next to your inside leg and then standing up to finish. As you lift up, you're going to come straight into a pirouette. Keep the same leg as your top arm super straight and then take your free hand thumb down across the front of the pole and you're going to push. This is the start of your pirouette. Roll the top hand up the pole, so put the back of the hand on and then the palm, before coming thumb up again so you can pull. Really kick the ankle of the lifted leg in a nice big circle to help you move in your pirouette. As you turn back the way you started, take your outside hand, thumb up onto the pole at about hip height and lightly push. Lean forwards as you lift your inside leg back to come into a nice kick. As you bring this inside leg down, you're going to step it forwards and we're going to come into a cup grip pirouette. Keep both feet planted on the floor, making sure you're on your tiptoes. Take your inside hand across the front of the pole, put the elbow past the pole and then bend this hand back onto the pole. The top hand should now be in a cup grip, where your thumb is on the same side of the pole as your fingers and your thumb is pointing down. You're going to turn away from the pole, swiveling on both feet for this pirouette. As you finish this half pirouette, change your top hand from a cup grip to a thumb up grip so you can pull. Take the free hand, the hand that is now your inside hand, thumb up at about cheek height and you're going to pull. We're now going to come into another outside step, but your hands will be the wrong way round for what you would usually do for your outside step. So keep your weight pushing through your inside leg as you sweep your outside leg all the way around the pole. This time, try and come into a super low outside step as you bring your outside leg to meet your inside leg. As you come to standing, push your weight through the second leg, the same leg as your top hand. Stand up nice and tall and sweep the same leg as your bottom hand out to the side, keeping a nice gap between your feet. Plant both feet to the floor and stand up nice and tall. From here, we're going to go into an elbow pirouette, so take your outside hand away from the pole. Keep this hand at about shoulder height. Lean your hips towards the outside leg. Step your inside foot ever so slightly closer to the pole as you bring your outside leg to face the pole. As you do this, you're going to take your outside hand into an elbow grip at about shoulder height. Place the weight through the same leg as this hooked elbow as you take your other leg now out to the side to hold this star shape. You're going to repeat this elbow pirouette another 2 times. From here, we go into a back hook. Of course, if you need to do a cheeky extra elbow pirouette to be able to take you to a different side back hook, then you can do. But preferably, you're of course going to do this on both sides. Take your outside hand, thumb up on the pole nice and high and you're going to pull. At the same time, push your hips away from the pole and change your inside hand from an elbow grip into a forearm grip. So you're going to take this bottom hand, thumb up on the pole at about cheek height, pull with both hands, engage your core, and then lean away from the pole, taking the outside leg out to the side. Fall backwards into your back hook, making sure you hook your inside leg on the pole, pulling your feet up towards your bum. To land, we're going to come into a log roll. So you want to make sure you squeeze your hands to slow yourself down a little bit before your knees land to the floor. Step your outside leg forwards while your inside leg is still hooked on the pole. Slide your bottom hand up a little bit higher to pull your hips up, and then step your inside leg to meet your outside leg. So here both arms are pulling, your core is engaged, and both legs are super straight. So squeeze your quads and if you can, point your toes. From here we're going to lift up into one log roll. So pull with your arms, lift your chest up and rotate on your feet to turn your chest towards the pole, and then allow yourself to fall to the other side, keeping control through your core. As you pull to the other side, you're going to bring your bottom hand above your top hand. So as you come to the other side log roll, your outside hand is still above, but it's now the other side outside hand. Bend your inside leg, taking the back of the foot onto the floor and then the knee onto the floor. There shouldn't be any pressure through your knee at this point. Turn towards this leg as you bring your outside leg in front to come into a nice square lunge. So both knees are bent at 90 degrees, you're up on your tiptoes of your outside leg, which is your front leg, and your back leg is down on the floor with the top of the foot to the floor and the toes pointed. Slide your inside hand up nice and high, thumb up, and you're going to pull, and you're going to sweep your outside hand around you in a nice big circle. At the same time, you're going to push your hips forward as much as you can as you put the weight through your outside leg and through your top arm. Lead with the inside knee lifting up towards the ceiling as much as you can. At the same time, reach down nice and low on the pole with this outside hand, fingers pointing down, and you're going to lightly push. Finish swiveling on your outside leg as you step forward on the lifted leg as both feet come down to the floor. Push your hips away from the pole to help you release your bottom hand and then your head. Your head should come to the other side of the pole. As you stand up, you need to rotate your top hand down the pole as it will be twisted. So release the grip in the hands, take the back of the hand on the pole, and then take this hand thumb up. From here, we're going to go into our front hook. So slide that top hand up nice and high, thumb up, and you're going to pull. Lean your weight back slightly through your inside leg to lift your outside leg up. You're going to step outside, inside, outside. Kick your inside leg forward as your outside hand comes onto the pole. Pull with the top arm, push with the bottom hand as you hook your inside leg to come into your front hook, keeping your knees apart and your big toes together. Land on your outside foot, and then as you land on your inside foot, you want to sneak this foot forward past the pole, pushing your hips past the pole. Keep your top hand on the pole. As you push your weight through your feet, slide your hips so that your butt comes central to the pole, and keep the top hand in exactly the same grip position, but slide it up the pole. So it's thumb up nice and high and it's going to pull. Take your free hand with your fingers pointing down behind your bum and you're going to lightly push. Cross the same side ankle as the top arm over the opposite side ankle. You're then going to open this leg out back where it was, and then you're going to cross the opposite ankle over the top ankle. At this point, you should have the same ankle as the bottom arm crossed over the opposite side ankle. Release your bottom hand to come into one more log roll. Take this free hand, thumb up at about armpit height, and you're going to pull. As you let your body turn to face the pole, swivel on both feet to come into another log roll. As you lean back, just slide your top hand down the pole, but don't switch your hands over. You should now have your outside hand thumb up at forehead height, inside hand thumb up at cheek height. Both arms are pulling, your core is engaged, and both legs are straight out in front of you. Keep pulling with your arms, push your weight through your outside leg, and bend your inside knee up towards the ceiling. As soon as you can, you're going to extend this leg and slide down to the floor. Make sure your outside leg bends to allow you to come down to the floor and slide through your hands. You should be able to land down on your butt nice and gently. And as you do, allow your straight leg, your inside leg, to come to the floor just to finish off. All of these moves should flow from one move to the next. The same side hand is at the top of the pole the whole time, except for when you do your log roll after your back hook. So if you're confused, the same side hand stays at the top except for that one log roll. Let me know in the comments below what your favourite spin is. If you want to see a full tutorial for any of the moves in this video and many more moves, check out studio.polefreaks.com for more. Bye now!